This is every cruise ship in 2026 ranked from worst to best, and one of them cost over $1 billion to build and still left passengers furious within its first month at sea. Starting at number 12, down at the very bottom with the ships that time forgot, is the Grandeur of the Seas from Royal Caribbean. Launched back in 1996, it's the oldest ship in the entire Royal Caribbean fleet, and every deck reminds you of it. There are no water slides, no surf simulators, no rooftop ropes courses, none of the engineering theatrics that define the brand today. It's a small, dated vessel sailing under a name that promises far more than the ship can deliver, and passengers who board expecting the Royal Caribbean from the commercials are routinely caught off guard. To be fair, for a cheap, quiet, no-frills Caribbean escape, it floats just fine, and the lighter crowds are a genuine plus. But this is a ship coasting on borrowed time. At number 11 is the Carnival Sunshine. It first sailed in 1996 as the Carnival Destiny, took a major refit, and got a new name, but the bones are nearly 3 decades old, and reviews keep landing on the same word: tired. Passengers consistently say the ship needs real maintenance if Carnival intends to keep it in service much longer. It still throws the loud, affordable, all-in party that Carnival fans love, and the crowds are thinner than on the new megaships. But you are paying budget money for a budget-era ship, and it feels exactly like that. Number 10 is the surprise of the whole list: a brand new ship that still lands lower than vessels 3 decades older. The Sun Princess debuted in February 2024 as the first of Princess's new Sphere class, and on paper, it's stunning. With a glass-domed pool, a suspended atrium, around 30 bars and restaurants, and the most advanced theater Princess has ever built. The accolades came fast, including being named the best mega-cruise in the United States. But early sailings exposed real structural problems: confusing public space layouts, an undersized guest services desk that was genuinely hard to find, and crews still wrestling with the new onboard technology. It's gorgeous, it's improving, and the later Star Princess refined the formula. The Sun Princess simply launched half-finished, and the first wave of guests paid for it. Coming in at number 9 is the Norwegian Spirit, the oldest and smallest ship in Norwegian's fleet. It still carries the freestyle flexibility the brand built its name on, but on an aging hull and into a year where Norwegian keeps quietly trimming what's included. $5 surcharges on extra main dining entrees, tighter room service rules, and drink packages that no longer work on the line's own private island have all chipped away at the value. Flexible? Still yes. But the all-in value that once made Norwegian an easy recommendation gets thinner every year, and an older ship like the Spirit is where that erosion shows most. Now we reach the dependable workhorses. At number 8 is the Allure of the Seas, which first sailed in 2010, normally a one-way ticket down a list like this, except Royal Caribbean poured roughly $100 million into it in early 2025. The result is an Oasis-class giant with brand new water slides, a towering dry slide called the Ultimate Abyss, new bars, and refreshed spaces for kids and teens, all sitting on a hull that already had a leafy central park and a full open-air boardwalk. It blends mega-ship scale with the latest attractions at a price well below the newest ships. For the money, it's one of the strongest values in the entire mainstream fleet. At number 7 is the Symphony of the Seas, launched in 2018 and aging beautifully. It has 7 neighborhoods, a robot-staffed bar, glow-in-the-dark laser tag, a full Broadway musical, and ice shows that rival anything on the newest ships. It's easy to navigate and never feels like a downgrade from the latest hardware. This is the full big ship spectacle without the brand new ship price premium, and almost nothing about it feels like a compromise. Now we reach the mega ship marvels. Number 6 is the Icon of the Seas. When it launched in 2024, it became the largest cruise ship ever built, and 2 years on, it's still the benchmark. 8 distinct neighborhoods, the largest water park at sea, and enough room that it rarely feels as packed as its capacity of more than 7,000 guests suggests. For families and thrill seekers, almost nothing else on the water competes. The honest catch is that the ship is the destination, So book it for what's on board, not where it sails, because the itineraries are very much an afterthought. And on a sold-out week with kids in every cabin, even all that space can fill up fast. Number 5 is the Disney Adventure, Disney's newest and largest ship, sailing short cruises out of Singapore since December 2025. It's a four-funnel, character-stuffed spectacle with a superhero-themed roller coaster, a Broadway-style stage show, and the cleanest decks at sea. Early sailings had real teething pains, a coaster that kept breaking down, a controversial new character meet-and-greet system, and a clunky reservation app that frustrated guests. Most of those issues are being ironed out, and the core product is exceptional. For Disney families, it's pure magic. For everyone else, the premium makes little sense, and the cruise-to-nowhere format means there are essentially no real ports. And now, the very best ships at sea in 2026. Coming in at number 4, debuting in August 2026, is the Legend of the Seas, the third ship in the Icon class and the single biggest cruise ship launching all year, at roughly 250,000 gross tons and about 7,600 guests. It's also the first Icon-class vessel to sail Europe, opening with Western Mediterranean cruises out of Barcelona before repositioning to the Caribbean. The headline acts include the largest water park at sea, a chocolate factory stage production, and an immersive train-themed dining experience. If you're planning a big multi-generational family trip, this is the best ship money can book in 2026. At number 3, climbing into true luxury, is the Seven Seas Prestige, joining the fleet in December 2026 as the flagship of Regent's first new ship class in a decade. Regent already delivers the most all-inclusive product in ocean cruising: business class airfare, every shore excursion, premium spirits, specialty dining, internet, and gratuities, all genuinely included at a standard that reflects the price rather than undermining it. Everything about the brand's track record points to the Prestige raising that ceiling even further. For travelers doing the honest math on luxury, it's the rare ship where the final bill actually resembles the advertised price. At number 2, even more exclusive, is the Four Seasons One, the very first vessel from Four Seasons Yachts, arriving in 2026 with a near 1-to-1 staff-to-guest ratio, a chef-in-residence program drawn straight from the hotels, and a celebrity captain commanding its maiden season. This is the legendary hotel brand bringing its land-based standard out to sea. Tiny, exclusive, and eye-wateringly expensive, it's aimed squarely at travelers for whom the price was never really the question. And the number 1 cruise ship of 2026 is the Explora 3 from Explora Journeys. It launches in August 2026 as the third ship from the luxury brand owned by the MSC Group, carrying just 922 guests, with around 210 square feet of public space per person, among the most generous ratios of any ship afloat. That is 463 suites, 6 restaurants, 5 pools, and 12 bars, all built around the brand's signature trick, a ship that feels like a luxury residence rather than a premium cabin. Its sister ships already win design and dining awards, and this one adds larger suites, expanded wellness spaces, and brand new restaurants. The design language is hotel grade rather than cruise grade, which sounds like marketing until you're standing in a space that genuinely feels like a high-end home with the ocean filling every window. It's still a young brand ironing out small inconsistencies, but in 2026, for the absolute ceiling of what ocean cruising can be, the Explora 3 takes the number 1 spot. So there's the countdown, from a 30-year-old hull living on borrowed time at number 12 to a billion-dollar new ship that launched before it was ready, all the way up to the most luxurious vessel debuting all year at number 1. Now you know exactly where each one lands. If this helped you plan your next cruise, I would really appreciate it you hit the like button and subscribe for more cruise rankings and travel breakdowns every week. I'll see you on the next one.